Morning everyone, welcome to another video. It's Sunday morning. I've not long left Bracken Barns Glamping site and I'm heading for a climb called Tairlaw Summit, which you'll see on the piste map is a blue climb, I think. Weather's a little bit cloudy, but the Met Office has promised me blue skies later on. Looking at it now, I can't see how that's going to happen, but I'll remain hopeful. So let's see what today brings. This is us here at the entrance to the Galloway Forest Park. As you can see, it's a dark sky park, so obviously we're not cycling in the dark, but that tells you it's going to be a bit remote. No buildings about, no light pollution at night, so you get the whole place to yourself. Tairlaw Summit is 5.4 miles long. How often do you get that in the UK? Not that often, and it's got an average gradient of about 3.6%. But as always, there are some steeper pitches, particularly at the beginning. So here we go. Road's up there. Let's get on with it. So this is me now at what's known as Ayrshire Bridge. I'm just over 3 miles in, so good bit into it now. And this is a bit of a landmark on the climb, and it's a lovely spot. So as we get past Ayrshire Bridge, that's when it starts to open out a little bit. Hopefully you can see a bit of the blue sky and the view in the distance there. So you start to feel a little bit more remote and exposed. It's really great up here, love it. You see a motorhome parked there. Every time you see a motorhome parked, you know there's a good view. Hope you can see that in the background there. What an amazing view. That's me over the hill, up over Tairlaw Summit. And now I'm going to do the descent, which is about 2.5 miles. Really nice descent down to the foot of the Balloch reverse, where we're going to go back inland again. This is now off the Tairlaw Summit descent, and I'm now going up the reverse side of the Balloch to the summit. It's a pretty easy climb from this side. Balloch is a beast from the other side, but that's for another day. So that's me up at the Strava summit for the Balloch section. I think that's maybe a couple of miles, something like that, perhaps a bit under. It's good, fine climb, nice views. Hope you can see that out there. Views are amazing. So I'm going to go over the kind of natural summit, not the Strava summit I suppose, and start the descent. You have to be careful on the descent of the Balloch. Some of the road surfaces particularly near the cattle grid, as you get about halfway, are pretty shocking. So if you're descending, be really careful. But the views are fantastic. So I'll put the chest cam on, see if I can let you see some of them. Really nice. That's us off the Nick of Balloch now, heading back inland. It's a bit sketchy, as you can see on that video. A bit sketchy is an understatement. But we're down now, and the sun's starting to show itself. So this is us now on the Glenalla reverse climb. Either way you do Glenalla, it's just fabulous. I prefer it coming the other way, but this is fantastic as well. Unlike the Nick of Balloch that you saw there, the road surfaces on here are fantastic, so this one's just a pleasure. And it's that pretty steep section there, about 10% in that, but as you can see, really nice, great road surface, quiet, couple of sheep, me, fabulous. So as you can see, the sun's out. I'm at a place called Pilot Hill, which is just down from the actual summit of Glenalla. Anyway, look at this scenery. Isn't that incredible? Road surfaces are fantastic, and I'm about to complete the rest of the descent. Average gradient is about 3 or 4%, I think, but the road surfaces are incredible all the way down. It's very much like you see this kind of single track road. There's the odd passing place. You hardly pass any cars at all. It's just a joy, to be honest. And then when I get down to the bottom, I'm going to turn right and go up Knockgardner, which is about 3% gradient. I've done a previous video about that climb, so I'll maybe let you watch that. Into the village of Straighton, turn left and head back to Carrick. Hopefully when I get to Carrick, I'm going to stop and have a little bit of coffee before I end the ride. That's me down off Glenalla now, just arrived at Carmichael village stores. Gonna have a cup of coffee and a little cake just to finish the ride off, and then head back to Bracken Barns, which is about 3 miles from here. So that's the end of the ride. That was Tairlaw reverse from Bracken Barns. It's about 40 miles and I think just a little bit over 3,000 feet of climbing. The climbs were Tairlaw reverse, then Nick of Balloch, then Glenalla, and then Knockgardner. Quick stop at Carmichael for a coffee, and that's it, all done. Should have said at the beginning of this ride that that's not one for you if you're a beginner. You need to be a bit more experienced before you start to do that one, particularly as once you get up to Tairlaw summit and down to Nick of Balloch, if you find you've bitten off a bit more than you can chew, there's not really much you can do about it at that point. You're not going to get a taxi, and you're going to have to do a fair bit of climbing and riding to get back. So that's one for more experienced cyclists. Road surfaces are good in the main, couple of shocking bits as you saw, and a couple of really superb bits at Glenalla. So a fantastic route for 40 miles from Bracken Barns. That's those climbs, fantastic scenery, really quiet roads, and a nice cafe stop. What's not to like really? It's superb bits at Glenalla. So a fantastic route for 40 miles from Bracken Barns. That's those climbs, fantastic scenery, really quiet roads and a nice cafe stop. What's not to like really? It's a brilliant route, and obviously there's loads of other ways that you can build in a longer ride, and you can include those climbs into that and just use the piece map and plan it all out. I'll put a link to that particular route for you, and once again, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you the next time.